Today we're going to be talking about unmet dreams and how that's so important to understand each other's dreams when you first get in a relationship.
So, if you've been in a relationship, you've been married, or maybe you've been in a significant relationship and it didn't work out, but you're looking to get back in the game, you're in the right place because we're all about helping people figure it out, bomb-proof your relationship for the future. So, let's get going on this unmet dreams.
So it's really important when you get together with somebody that you find out what their dreams are and that you also talk about what your dreams are. And sometimes you don't even know what your dream is. So that's a very important thing to understand what you want out of life, what your dreams are, and to be able to share that with your future partner. We recommend that's one of the big topics. We recommend that you are further along in the relationship because it's pretty touchy. And but if somebody's very, very open, you can talk about it on the first date. It's just important within the, after your 90-day period or when you feel like maybe this is going to be a little bit more serious, that you actually have a heart to heart about dreams. And it doesn't always have to be career dreams. It could be little dreams like, I want to run a marathon.
Right.
Or like in Wayne's case, I want to have a fabulous Porsche.
Again, a new one.
And he wants a new one. No, but we aren't. Yeah. Anyway, so it's ongoing with him. It never ends.
But it may be career, maybe travel. People have dream projects that they want to do, and they're looking at the future when certain things are kind of aligned that they might make a transition. They may have dreams, unmet dreams about family, maybe big family vacations or a tour around the world, maybe adopting a child, or who knows. Whatever those dreams are that you're really looking forward to in the future, they need to be talked about because that's going to create change in the relationship, and we've seen it over and over.
Yes, we have.
For example, give us an example.
Well,
Frey.
so one example I have is well, actually, I have this is two people that have done the same thing. In this case, it was the wife who wanted to get this education. It was going to be a year long. She was going to have to actually live apart from the family, and they had two little kids, and her husband worked like 24/7. But because they had this deep love for each other and he wanted her to have her dream, they negotiated and they made it work and they figured out daycare, and she was gone for a year getting that education, and she realized her dream and he supported her in that. And that was important because if he hadn't supported her, he goes, no way, man, we've got kids, I can't do this. That would have created some resentment there, and that could have actually ended the marriage. I have another case where it was the husband, and he had a really good job, and they had three little girls, and he wanted to go back to school and get this extensive education that would take 4 years, but the career afterwards was very lucrative and very rewarding. So they took a couple years, figured out how they were going to make that happen. He didn't have to be away from the family, but he was going to be studying, going to school constantly. She would pretty much have the full responsibility of bringing in income and also managing the household and the children. They leaned into it. They did it. He got his career. It's been a fabulous career for both of them. And they had this wonderful, loving relationship because they honored each other's dreams. It's so important to honor somebody's dreams.
Absolutely. And the point that we want to really drive home is understanding that, having great communication and being able just to take it step by step, because sometimes you may have a dream. I'm an idea guy, so I always have dreams, and I'm a serial entrepreneur. So it's important for me to sometimes chase those things down, but I lean into them in small increments, and then I go, oh, well, maybe I'm not as committed, or maybe that is not a great idea. So it isn't like all or nothing, because that puts so much pressure on the relationship. It can be really traumatic, and it can actually destroy the relationship if it's not strong and stable and really worked through. I know for myself, I always had a dream. I'd always worked really hard, and I always had this dream of owning a Porsche. And so on one of my birthdays, we were in the process of getting another car. And so for me, it was like a dream come true. We were making really great money. It was a good time in our life. And so I just asked Freddie, this has been a dream of mine. And she said, you know what? It's your birthday. Go down and pick up your Porsche that you want. And I did. And I'll tell you what, it made my life. I mean, every day I was so happy because that was something that was so important to me ever since I was a kid.
And you can thank me for that. You're
yes,
welcome.
You're welcome. And I really thank her. But had we not had that discussion and been together on that, that could have been a real big problem. So
yeah, it just creates this disappointment because people go, well, what's my life about?
Yeah.
God,
Why is your
I
dream?
Ever have what I want?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is your dream more important than mine? So I have to sacrifice everything?
Yeah.
So together you can, support each other and go into the future and really have things to look forward and different things to talk about, share, have that passion. It's really a wonderful thing when you do it together.
And then that's why it's very, very important when you first get into a new relationship that you talk about your dreams, and they will change as you guys are together. But the great thing about talking about them right off is you have that ability to communicate and you will support each other. You'll be able to communicate it. One thing that's happened with us is that I've always thought I want to get a motorhome and go across the United States. And then when I started,
I supported that.
He supported it.
Let's do this.
Okay. I got online and I started looking at the size of the motorhomes. I thought I had to listen to him 24/7. I wouldn't be able to go any place with my friends because they would be back home.
And we've got a dog.
And we have a dog.
Oh my God.
So that dream, that went away. Yeah, that turned into a nightmare that I did not want to experience. So anyway, so the moral of the story is share your dreams with each other. Be open. Do your best to support each other with your dreams and make sure that that is a part of your conversation.
So we hope that helps and we'll talk soon.